In this video, I want to talk about how you can start developing your software as a service application or your minimum viable product if you don't have technical skills, okay? You don't need to be a designer or you still don't need to be a developer yet because there are things that are more important than having the skills, okay? And it's having a clear direction, okay? A clear goal because you will see thousands and thousands of people developing apps but without a clear direction of where they want to go and they end up nowhere, okay? And this is because of the things that I'm going to explain you in this video. If it's the first time that you are watching my videos, my name is Justo and I turn your idea into a working software as a service product in less than 3 weeks. So most people start the wrong way, okay? They have an idea and automatically think, should I learn to program? Should I use no code or low code? How much does a minimum viable product cost? What technology is best? But all those questions start from a dangerous assumption, okay? That the idea is already worth building. But that's what you wanna first check, okay? That's the first step before building anything. You need to change the question and ask yourself, how do I know if this is worth building? Because if you don't know if it's worth building, it doesn't make sense to, put a lot of effort into building the product. And the first step, as I was telling you, is validation, okay? It's not a checkbox. Validation is not something that you can avoid, literally, because if you avoid validation, you will waste months building something that people don't wanna see or don't wanna use, or something that doesn't solve the problem. Okay, so it's not enough to ask your group of friends or your family. It's not enough if they tell you, yeah, it's a good app, or yeah, it's a good idea. What you need to use is the three levels of validation, okay? Especially if you are not technical, I use this order. First of all, validation with content. Secondly, validation with landing page. And finally, validation with minimum viable product. So take a look. Validation with minimum viable product is the last step, okay? The first step, validation with content. If I were to start from zero today, not knowing how to program or design, I would start here. Because you don't need any skill to create content, you just need to open the camera and talk, okay? Not building, not programming, and not designing. When you speak publicly about a problem, you have to explain it clearly. You see what resonates and what doesn't. You detect real objections and you listen to how people describe it. So, just to give you an example, short videos explain the problem that you want to solve. Posts describing how people currently solve it poorly. Personal stories related to that pain. Content like, if you're X, this is happening to you. And pay attention to comments like, this happens to me, DMs with questions, people asking for more, or even total silence, okay? Because silence is a signal. If people don't react to your post or don't engage, they are telling you something. Then, validating with landing page. What a landing page is and is not, okay? It is not a perfect site, branding, something presentable for investors. A landing page answers a single question. Would someone do something concrete for this solution? And how do you check if someone would do something? You use the typical mechanisms, okay? Leave your email, sign up on a list, request a demo, schedule a call. Those are some of the call to actions that you can use. The landing page reveals confusing messages, weak propositions, inflated ideas, poorly chosen audiences, okay? And finally, once you did all of that, you reach the MVP step, okay? By the time you get here, you know who is it for, you know which problem matters, you know what not to build, you know what the user expects, and that makes the minimum viable product obviously simpler, cheaper, and faster because you reduced all the things that you wanted to build to a simple feature. You already know what people is expecting, what people are expecting, to see. Most people think that software as a service applications fail because of code, but instead they fail because they were built in isolation. They solved unclear problems. Maybe they overbuilt too early. Those are the things that make an application not work, not the code itself, or not the product itself. So many non-technical people here believe they are at a disadvantage. In reality, many times they are protected from the worst mistake, building too early. Okay, when you know how to code, it's easy to hide in the code. When you don't, you have to talk, test, and listen. So I hope this video really helped you. If this helped you, you would also help me a lot if you subscribe to the channel and you hit the like button, because in that way we can keep reaching new people and it only takes a couple of seconds. Thank you very much for watching, for staying until this point of the video. If you want me to help you one-on-one building a minimum viable product, you can book a call. I will leave you the links on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.